Hello everyone, and welcome to my bar. My name is Ansel, and I'm the Indecisionist, your Dungeon Barkeep tonight. And here with me tonight is Astra from Bad Astra. So Astra, what can I get you tonight?
Well, before we decide what we have to drink, Ansel, we need to ask ourselves, what makes a substance acidic or basic? Really, we need to focus on this equation. On this side, you have water, which is H2O and neutral. Now, water with a bonus hydrogen, or hydronium, makes things acidic. While water missing a hydrogen, you have an OH minus, or hydroxyl. That makes things basic. So you got it neutral, acidic, basic. You following?
Yeah.
So you're really full of hydroxyls.
Why? Why am I full of hydroxyls?
You're sick as shit.
I love you too, sweetie. So water is perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Now, acids and bases, well, they're out of balance.
Okay.
Generally, the more bonus hydrogen atoms are H+, the stronger the acid, while the more missing hydrogen atoms, the more basic. The more out of balance a substance is, the more reactive it gets, trying to bring balance to the force.
Oh.
Now, strong acids and bases are really dangerous and can burn your skin. In labs, they actually have you lock the hydrofluoric acid away. Now, mild acids are generally harmless and pretty common. You get them in soaps and drinks.
Oh.
As Uncle Iroh says, the energy wants to restore balance. And the moment the positive and negative energy come crashing back together, you provide release and guidance, creating lightning. Now, when hydroniums and hydroxyls meet, they just cancel each other out by forming water. It's way less cool than that.
Okay. And how is any of this relevant to cocktails?
Oh, right, yes. Acidic things make things sour, and basic things are soapy. Now, I really like sour things, and I kind of hate the taste of soap, so I'm hoping my cocktails are pretty acidic.
Okay.
I also need some hydroniums to balance out my basic ass.
All right, so acids for a basic girl. So citrus.
Yes, I like citrus drinks.
All right. Astra, do you always preface your drink orders with a long science monologue?
So, I preface all interactions with a long science monologue.
Will there be a test at the end of this?
First, I'm testing the acidity of both the drinks and the ingredients while we're making them.
Oh.
Now, yeah, we can measure the balance between acids and bases using the pH scale, which is logarithmic and involves a lot of math, but the TLDR is that the lower numbers are more acidic and the higher numbers are more basic, with 7 being neutral. So it's a 14-point scale. 14 is basic, 7 is neutral, 0 or 1 is super acidic. Now, why is it 7? Math reasons. It's legit, I promise.
Oh, I was hoping.
It's actually super simple. I googled it, and I feel really bad because I forgot about it. It was an AP Chem, and I'm so sorry, Mrs. Grapowski.
Apologies to Mrs. Grapowski. I never took AP Chem, so I feel a lot less guilty.
Mr. Dixon would be proud that I'm still sitting here listening to someone talk about AP Chem.
Yeah, so you can actually make your own pH indicator using red cabbage juice, but cork that. I bought a pack of 160 pH indicators for $3.79 on Amazon, so we're going to go with that.
That does sound easier.
Yeah, these are the pH strips, and we're going to use this nifty color combo to determine how acidic or basic they are, and I haven't tested this, so I really hope it works.
Let's get started then. I think we've got some pretty acidic and some pretty basic things that we can put into cocktails. And if my cocktail mixology knowledge is anything like your science knowledge, I think we're going to be able to make something pretty delicious and educational today. The first one is going to be the Per Aspera. What do you say, Astra? Do you want to... Oh, you've got quite a lot of stuff there.
Okay, So, can you go over the ingredients again?
Yeah, we'll review it one more time. We're going to need grapefruit juice. So you're going to want a grapefruit.
I got my grapefruit, but I'm lazy. So I also have grapefruit juice. What's next?
Next on the fruit, we're going to need lime. Do you have a lime?
I have a lime. Am I going to need to juice the lime?
You're going to want to juice the lime.
Oh, screw that. Okay. We got lime juice.
All right, lime juice. Okay, great. That's one way to go at it. You're going to need guava nectar. Do you have a guava to nectarize in there?
No, but I went to the store.
Oh, great. Then you're going to want some Irish whiskey.
Would Scotch work?
Oh, Scotch would work really well. If you are doing a Scotch substitution, what you're going to want is Highland Scotch. Make sure that it's one of those gentler Scotches. The more smoky the Scotch is, the less it's going to meld into the rest of this drink. And then you're going to need some simple syrup, and that's just sugar water.
Sugar water is my best friend.
Perfect. So the first thing we're going to do in prepping this is our grapefruit. So you are going to want to grab that actual whole grapefruit because we need a big chunk of the skin. So if you've got like a peeler or a big-ass knife, you can just go ahead and get as thin a slice off of the edge as you can. If you've got a peeler, obviously, this is going to be much easier. And as long as you can get it, long and wide. That sounded dirty, and it was unintentional. But yeah, so you want a piece like that.
So like this?
That's going to be more than enough. You can cut that in half, and I know you're doing more than one of these, so you're probably going to want both halves. That's going to be perfect.
Okay. I've got my 2 halves of grapefruit.
Perfect. All right, now take the grapefruit itself, and you're going to want to identify the 2 ends there, and we're slicing it down between the 2 ends. So we're going to get across the midsection of the fruit.
Did I do it right?
Nope. So we're going to slice it one more time. Just take a little wedge off, just like that. And we're going to set that aside. That's garnish. That's for later.
I know what April does before you actually start cutting things.
That's no fun at all.
Now we're going to need a shaker. I'm using a cobbler-style shaker today. And what style shaker do you have, Astra?
The super gay kind. A Nalgene with a pride flag on it.
Go ahead and take half of that grapefruit. Half the grapefruit is probably going to be perfect for the amount of juice that you need. And you can squeeze it directly into your glass. If you were measuring this, if you were a measuring sort of person, we're aiming for about 2 ounces of grapefruit juice here.
Get the juicer! Get the juicer! Get down! Get down!
What I'm doing is I'm using the top of my cobbler shaker. So if you squeeze it directly into the top of your cobbler, you save yourself having to use a strainer, which I'm all about doing less dishes. And you get the added benefit of just using all the parts of the buffalo, as it were.
We're going to put about 2 ounces of grapefruit juice.
There it is. So if you're making 2 at once, go ahead and double that. We almost saw the cryptid astrophysicist. The legendary astrophysicist that I have been told is somewhere about.
Start here.
Okay, this might work.
Oh, I'm so excited to see if a grapefruit fits in your squeezer. That also sounded inappropriate.
Oh, that goes that way.
How's that going? It looks like you've got juice.
Right, my kitchen more than this grapefruit. Oh, wait, I put it in backwards. That's what happened. I'm a scientist. I don't know how to juice things.
Did you put it cut side towards the curve?
The second time, yeah.
That
the
is
second
the right
time
way
I
to do
did.
it. Well done.
Okay.
All right. So you should have about 4 ounces of grapefruit juice there. Beautiful. All right.
With some milk. This is just grapefruit, just all over the cutting board. This looks to be a 5 or 3. Oh, it's a 4. This is a 4 because it turned orange.
Yeah. Now we're going to do an equal amount of whiskey. In my case, 2 ounces. In your case, 4 ounces.
This is the best part.
Heck yeah. All right.
This scotch smells really good.
That is good scotch. Yeah.
I just found this.
All right. So we've got 4 ounces of liquid here, 8 ounces in your case.
Okay, let's try grapefruit juice with scotch.
I think that let's see if that's changed its balance at all. I'm actually legitimately excited. We did not test this ahead of time.
It looks like that brought it down to a 5. The strips are different colors. This is working.
Science! Our next ingredient, I think, will also be less acidic because it's simple syrup. That's just sugar water, so that should be pretty basic. So for this one, you're going to want half an ounce for a single make or a full ounce if you're doing a whole one.
And I'm going to test
two.
The pH of simple syrup. Sugar water shouldn't have much of a pH.
Yeah, it should be pretty close to neutral, I would think.
And it doesn't. Yeah, that's exactly 6. It is 1 off of neutral. So I think that might be because there was a little grapefruit juice left in this.
Grab your guava juice. Now, if you're like me and you put your guava juice into pretentious squeezy bottles, you can grab your squeezy bottle of guava juice. Guava nectar, I should say. And I'm going to do 1.5, so you want 3.
Guava nectar. If you're like me and aren't pretentious, just get it at the store.
Mine came out of a can, full disclosure, so I just couldn't seal it again, and I was like, well, I'm not wasting it. All right, so what's the pH of our guava juice?
I'm going to test the 3rd ounce, because I think that'll clear out the measure.
Scientific method.
Guava nectar. Ooh, this one is a bit more acidic, which makes sense. It's a citrus. Okay, that one, wow. That's almost as acidic as the grapefruit juice. This is a 4.
I would never have guessed that.
Yeah.
It's so much more mild.
Yeah. Huh. It's just as acidic as the grapefruit juice.
Today I learned.
Oh,
that's so cool. All right, then we have one last thing, and I know it's going to be acidic. Lime. We're going to do 1 ounce of lime juice, which is roughly 1 lime if you've got these like key lime style guys. So we're taking the cut side and putting it towards the curve.
You'd think that I'd get that because that's where the holes are.
It's counterintuitive, though, because there's a curve thing that's shaped like the citrus.
Thank you.
Now, Astra, as I recall, you've got some limes.
Okay, so I've got these 3 limes, and I really only need 2 of them. So I am going to quickly turn these limes into lime juice
Through
for
TV
all you
magic.
watching at home. Yeah. Pour that in. I have it already poured right here.
There you go. Great.
And I'm going to test it. Hopefully this is really acidic.
Good.
Ooh, this is really acidic. Hey, hun, do you think this is a 2 or a 3?
Ooh.
Look at that.
I think that's a 3.
Okay, we got a 3. So far, everything we've put in has been decently acidic.
Pretty sure 2 is real bad.
Yeah, no, 1 actually hurts you. So, fun fact about the pH numbers, when I said that fancy math, each number, it's log 10, right? A 6 to a 5, that's 10 times more acidic. So, since we said the lime was a 3 and the grapefruit was a 4, that means that limes are about 10 times more acidic than grapefruits.
Wow.
So, we do not want to get to a 2 or a 1.
I
would actually be hurting my hands if we did that.
Yeah, wow. So we're right on the edge of danger right now.
I mean, we're 10 times off the edge of danger, but yeah, living on the edge for science.
Now we are ready to actually mix this one. This is a complicated one. We wanted that. Per aspera means through the rough places. So we've put a lot of acidic stuff. We've put a lot of effort. And now we're going to put some actual rocks. That's right. Ice is rocks. Put some ice cubes in there. I put in 4. You can do whatever. I'm not your dad.
Put a bunch in.
We don't have to shake this one a whole lot. This is just to like wake up the citrus is the way that it's described in the industry. So we're just gonna shake it a little bit.
Wake up! Wake up! No, it's time to wake up. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Are you awake? It's time. No, it's uppy time. Come on, uppy time.
Yeah, it's uppy time. Come on. So go ahead and pop the top. And this one, you don't have to worry too much about straining. We haven't put anything in there that needs to be strained out aside from the ice. So if you can just like use the edge of the lid the way we talked. I'm going to use the strainer part on my cobbler shaker, and we're just going to put that into our glass. All right. Oh, yours look gorgeous.
Thank you.
We're going to do 2 different garnishes here. Slice into your grapefruit roughly the width of your glass down towards the rind so that it creates 2 little slots, IKEA-style slots, and you're just going to slot that onto the edge of your glass so it creates like a sunrise. That works too. Yeah, that'll be good as well.
For the next one, why don't you watch and then do it?
Now, what is the Grapefruit Sunrise there for, you might ask? It's there to be a backsplash for the cool thing that we're about to do. Do you remember that chunk of zest we kept apart? Here is our drink. I'm using a match. I know you've got a lighter. Grasp the sides of the zest here and warm it up. What you're doing is bringing the oils from the citrus out to the top of the skin. And the reason we want to do that, we're going to squeeze the citrus zest across, and it's going to create this little flamethrower effect. There you are. Okay, we can see you in full. Go ahead and show us your trick. Yeah! See how the flame jumps a little bit?
Did I do it correctly this time?
Yes, perfect.
So this side down, I'm learning.
The lighter's off, right? It
Yes.
smells like fire.
That's because I burned a grapefruit. So we're testing the pH of vodka in a lime. Vodka, even in a lime, is only 6.
Wow! So now, after 45 minutes, we have our first beverage.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's taste it.
Yummy.
That's really good.
Right?
It tastes like I'm on vacation, which I really need right now, so. Okay, so for your final test, Ansel,
Yes.
was it acidic enough for Astra? Between a 4 and a 5, which is pretty good.
All right. Do you think that's acidic enough to offset your basicness?
I don't know. What do you think, sweetie?
Maybe.
Just maybe?
Maybe.
So for this next one, the Bad Astra, we're going to need mango nectar, guava nectar, lime juice, rum, triple sec, and aquafaba. All right.
Mango nectar.
Yep, mango nectar. Perfect.
Guava nectar. Juice. Cheap rum.
Yeah, cheap rum.
Triple sec.
Triple sec. Yeah, chickpeas. So if you want to be old school, you can absolutely just use an egg white for this. But I know American audiences tend to be squigged out when you drink raw egg juice. So here we are.
Hold on, I gotta prep my aquafaba.
I'm trying to think what else you put raw egg white in. Meringues do get baked, so it's cooked. That's true.
You often bake.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's what he was saying. Meringue isn't raw egg because it was cooked.
Oh, sorry. I was not paying attention.
I really love the confidence of not paying attention in class and then just speaking up, not raising your hand.
I mean, that's what got me through school, so, if I'm honest. We're going to start with 2 ounces of mango nectar. So we are just going to go nuts on the mango nectar.
This smells amazing.
Yeah, mango nectar is one of the greatest things in your grocery store. The fact that more people aren't buying it is great for me, but frankly, go out and get you some. It's so good.
pH value of mango nectar. That's coming in at a 5.
All right.
Actually, it might even be almost a 6. So mangoes not nearly as acidic as limes or grapefruits. Remember, a grapefruit was a 4 and a lime was a 3.
Well, now we're going to go back to guava again. So get you half an ounce of guava, or if you're doing a double batch again, an ounce.
Okay.
All right. Next is lime again. We want half an ounce of lime juice, or an ounce if you're doubling. I'm going to keep saying it in case people don't understand how doubling works.
Thank you. Sincerely, people. I'm doing one the hard way, and I'm going to do the rest the easy way.
I enjoy the dichotomy between the obnoxious level of bar crap that I've got and the at home for realsies person of the plague situation that we have on your side with the Nalgene bottle and anyone could be a mixologist. You don't need fancy tools, and we're proving it today. We're proving it. Now we're gonna need 1.5 ounces of rum, the star of the show. Kate Booth wants to know, sugar is balanced, meaning you can have something that is very acidic and ridiculously sweet. Like, could you sweeten a vat of acid?
Yes, I believe you could. Oh no, I broke the pH strips.
Oh no!
It's fine. I broke 80 pH strips, but I have 160. So, testing the rum. Yep, that's a solid 7. You can see it's got slightly a greenish tint. I'm not sure if you can see it in this lighting.
I will be honest, in my non-science brain, I was like, oh yeah, we'll put sugar stuff in the acid stuff and we'll get a neutral thing. Nope, that's not how it works. See, we learned something today. 1 ounce of triple sec is going to be the next star. 2 ounces if you're doubling.
Okay, so this is an orange liqueur, so it should be a little bit acidic, right?
Yeah, it should be reasonably acidic.
Ooh, actually, this is also a 7. That orange flavor did nothing. This is actually slightly more of a 7 than the rum.
All right.
So orange liqueur is just as basic or just as neutral as rum.
We have our final ingredient, the Aquafaba. Once again, this is the juice from a can of chickpeas.
Let's see if garbanzo beans... Oh, yeah. Garbanzo beans, as predicted, were a neutral 7.
All right. We'll see if neutral pulls the acid down a bit, I guess.
Should I put the strip in now before we shake it?
Oh, that's a good idea. Like, maybe swirl it around a little bit.
Okay. Whoa, that's actually incredibly acidic. That is a 3.5. It's between a 4 and a 3. Almost as acidic as just that lime.
That should offset our basic Astra pretty well. We're going to do what's called a dry shake first, and that's going to give us a really luscious, thick, smooth foam on the top of this drink. So if you're using shakers, pour the small shaker into the big shaker and pop it closed. For you, screw that Nalgene on nice and tight. You're going to want to listen for it to sound muffled.
I'm shaking it near the microphone so they should be able to hear it.
I think mine's about ready. You should be able to see yours through the wall of your Nalgene. Do you see that it's sort of gone milky?
Yeah, it looks like just straight up milk.
Beautiful. All right, toss in a few D6 of cold damage.
Mine are a few D6 of water damage.
Close it up, and now we're going to listen for the ice to sound like ice shards. All right, mine sounds about ready, so yours probably is as well.
Well, you finished your drink. You need another.
If you have a Hawthorne strainer like this one, go ahead and pop it on there. Otherwise, just try to limit the ice from coming out.
This one's my better one.
Yeah, looks beautiful. So you can see that wonderful foam on the top. That's from the Aquafaba. We went through the rough places to the stars. And so here we are with Bad Astra.
Cheers. That's almost red. Yeah. You gave me a 3, Ansel.
Wow! As requested.
This is what Astra needs to balance out her basic ass. Don't forget to check out our Patreon. We are at Patreon/BadAstra if you want to fund our science and see even more of us. I'm gonna try tipsy juggling. This was such a poor choice.
It's going really well, though.
Yeah, but I can't stop, and I'm just staring at limes.
I hope this emboldens you to make poor decisions in the future.
I have excess limes. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'm just gonna keep juggling in the outro to keep you all entertained, and because I can't stop.